Hello, this is Dr. Road from Mobilant. As a hobby, I own several types of bicycles. I'm not a bike shop owner. Please don't misunderstand. Recently, I realized that with only my long-owned mechanical road bike, it's hard to properly evaluate the latest bikes. So, I started test riding every demo bike that caught my eye. Eventually, I hit a limit, and while considering building a new bike, I remembered the companies that had asked me to review their wheel sets before. So I reached out to them again. Just in time, Yoeleo sent me a wheel set, which made me decide to build a brand new road bike. This time, Yoeleo released a next-generation wheel set. The name is the SATC 50dbPRO-NXT-SL2. First, let's look at the specs. This wheel set is mainly designed for road bike racing. Interestingly, it can also be used for gravel riding. When I opened the box and looked at the rims, I could tell that was true. Compared to normal carbon rims, the rim width was quite wide. It measured 31.3 millimeters. Wide rims like this are the trend these days. It almost looked as wide as a mountain bike rim. The internal rim width measured 23.4 millimeters. With rims this wide, you get a larger contact patch, and tire deformation in corners is reduced. So when I tested it on descents, it provided outstanding stability. On the left, I have the Campagnolo Bora Ultra wheel set. That's a rim brake wheel, old school. On the right, here's the new Yoeleo wheel set. Unlike old rim brake bikes, modern disc brake wheels are much wider like this. For tires, I ordered Schwalbe Pro 1. It's excellent in both price and performance and also easy to install. I ordered the clincher version, but they actually sent me the tubeless version. This one is for Kyungtae's bike. Love you, bro. Later, I'll remove the tube, add sealant, and make another review. For now, I'm using lightweight TPU tubes because I'm testing different tire sizes front and rear. On the front, I mounted the recommended 28C tire. Measuring the rim and tire width, they're almost the same. In fact, the rim is slightly wider. This setup gives the best aero performance. On the rear, I mounted a 30C tire. Let's measure the rim again. As you can see, the tire is a bit wider, so while aero performance drops slightly, grip, stability, and comfort improve significantly. For rotors, I'm using Shimano center lock. Despite having a deep 50mm rim profile, the wheel set weighs only about 1,300 grams. I measured the actual weights: 606 grams for the front, 723 grams for the rear. Together, that's 1,329 grams. And that's even with the spoke holes sealed. Amazing, right? The cross-section design is similar to high-end aero rims, so aerodynamic performance is excellent. Since there are no spoke holes in the rim, you don't need rim tape, which makes the wheels even lighter. And because no rim tape is required, air leakage with tubeless setups is minimal. That makes them stronger against impacts, and rim deformation is reduced. There was no twisting sensation at all. It means the wheels maintain their round shape very well. Also, because deeper rims require shorter spokes, air resistance during rotation is reduced. So if you want even more speed on flat roads, you could go for the higher profile C60. Now let's check the wheel building quality. The wheels run perfectly true with no side wobble. The centering is spot on. The spoke tension is also uniform. It's truly an excellent value wheel set. The spokes are 24 Sapiem Aero stainless steel spokes. As someone who has suffered from broken spokes before, having lightweight yet easily replaceable steel spokes feels like a blessing. 2 spare spokes are included. In the past, I once broke a Shimano spoke and couldn't ride my bike for 3 months. I couldn't find replacements, so I had to take the bike to a clinic shop. They ended up pulling a spoke from another wheel, rethreading it, and installing it. Since it wasn't the original spoke, the rim ended up uneven. I was so frustrated that a few days later, I just bought a new wheel set. That's why I believe it's not always best to buy a fancy carbon wheel set with proprietary parts that might be impossible to replace later. When buying a wheel set, you should also consider the serviceability of the spokes. On the front wheel, the non-drive side uses a strong 2-cross pattern, while the drive side uses a lighter radial pattern. The spokes don't overlap. On the rear wheel, both sides use a 2-cross pattern, since it needs to handle both pedaling force and braking. This is a very practical and durable pattern, commonly used for racing road bikes. Serviceability is excellent as well. Just pull off the side cover, and it pops right out. Inside, you can see the bearings and star ratchet. Disassembly is incredibly easy. On descents, the star ratchet sound was not too loud, not too quiet, just right. It uses a 36T ratchet, which provides instant pedaling response. It felt very satisfying while riding. Looking at the finish, the rims have a matte surface. Matte wheels look clean and match almost any bike beautifully. On flat roads, the lightweight design gave quick acceleration. The hubs spin smoothly, so it's easy to maintain speed. When I stopped pedaling, the coasting distance was longer than expected. On climbs, I could really feel the high stiffness relative to the weight. This wheel set is made with high modulus Japanese Toray Carbon T 800 yarn. It's very light and very stiff. Even during out-of-saddle efforts, the wheels didn't twist or waste energy. The power transfer felt solid. On descents, they stayed impressively stable and stiff. The balance was excellent too. When I spun the wheels, the bike didn't shake at all. If the balance is bad, the bike vibrates up and down, but that didn't happen here. The free hub body is available for Shimano, SRAM, and Campagnolo. The price is $999, but I'm confident it performs beyond its price. Since there are no spoke holes in the rim, it's ideal for a tubeless setup. Because you don't need rim tape, air stays in much longer even after days of parking. There's no need to replace rim tape either. Even cleaning out dried sealant is much easier. In the long run, this saves both time and money. So, if you plan to ride tubeless tires, I strongly recommend a wheel set like this with no spoke holes, even if it costs a bit more. It's affordable, easy to maintain, and high performance. Pretty attractive, isn't it? With great speed retention, I'm really enjoying these wheels. They're also strong enough for gravel, so I've been riding them pretty hard. Even under rough use, I had no doubts about their durability. The star ratchet system is famous for being extremely tough. It's truly the king of durability. If you click More below the video, you'll find a 10% discount coupon and purchase links for Yoeleo wheel sets. They also offer higher-end models than the one I reviewed here. I recommend checking out their website. They're a trusted brand worldwide, with many riders buying them directly. Among cyclists, they already have a good reputation. Personally, I think they look very similar to Envy wheels. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit subscribe and like.